Hey everyone, Teehashee here with another RogueTech video game commentary, and we're looking at rounding off our stint here on Panzer. Got a little tag team battle to do. Okay, loading screen, hopes and dreams. Uh, Looks like the United States is pulling out completely, including the embassy from Afghanistan. The Taliban blitzkrieg has been pretty much entirely successful. Not that big a surprise. Obviously they were just waiting for the United States to leave, but hopefully, um, despite the fact that we won't be there anymore, we're hoping that the situation in Afghanistan improves for the Afghani people more than anyone. I knew many great Pashto linguists that barely even, if at all, got to practice their trade in the service of that conflict. And it kind of just highlights another big wasteful battle that we were involved in for way too long. Oh, we're here with Agamemnon again. And Alpha Lance. We know the story. I guess this time, aren't we working with a pirate lance? We are working with a pirate lance, so that's kind of neat. They got a spider with machine guns on it. Not saying he's gonna die, but he's probably gonna die. But for right now, let's get in there and see if we can make the difference. There's some interesting headcanon, at least, with this particular team up. Kind of makes sense that our pirate buddies would not be that enthused, that their leadership didn't think they were up to the task and therefore hired some mercenary boys to pad out the roster. We're up against Taurians. It's good to take Taurians seriously. You don't have to like Taurians, but you should probably respect Taurians. This really looks like a light lance. This guy might crest the hill. But yeah, a light duty lance like this up against two lances of medium mix. I'm not anticipating any kind of issue. Let's stick our butt out. Oh, here's the other lands. There's a 55 and a 45. Okay. We're gonna do actual MechWarrior stuff. Take a shot at this guy. It's the end of their evasion. We should be pretty much good to dogpile on that javelin then. Phoenix Hawk? Okay. Taking a shot at us and missing impressively. Let's just reserve once more. Another 55 tonner. Looks like an LRM-5, probably Shadowhawk. Or letting their trebuchet loose. Yeah, pretty big damage. Let's reserve one more time, see if anything else is going to pop out of the darkness. We're going to let loose with our slightly bigger trebuchet. No, we're going to keep our ranged attackers doing their job. Kind of hitting only the parts of this javelin we don't want to shoot. Anyone else notice that? I don't think we can get into that sweet spot, so we're also hitting kind of two opposite sides of this boy. We might take Teehashee's advantage and go for the knockdown. Where'd the spider go? Going for the super flank? The javelin is gonna kick us? Okay. You got lasers, sir. Okay. Well, we're gonna reevaluate this play. Maybe by jumping the Shadowhawk back. We can do that. Alright, here comes the swarm. I was really hoping to have more mechs down. It's a flea. We can hit the flea next. Toasty. I do think they're just going to run at us, though. Definitely what it's looking like. Alright, Behemoth, you did your job. It's your turn to move. Tempted to just go for the precision strike and be done with this. There we go. Would have been nice to save that sort of thing for later, and maybe we could have, but it's handled now. Phoenix Hawk. Is this the same one, or is this a new one? Looks like it's hard to tell, but it seems like we're at risk of being overextended. So we're gonna not be. think his targeting baffle is still working. Here come the Taurians. Pretty sure that's a Shadow Hawk. Let's... well, maybe not, because Glitch could very realistically get this kill shot, so we might as well let her do it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen. There we go. At least we're getting some mechs out of the fight. Gotcha. You guys will have to tell me. I've got the in-game sound. Oh, that was nice. Wow. SRM ammo explosion. I've got the in-game sound turned all the way off, so all you guys are hearing is my commentary. I could turn it up slightly, so let me know in the comments if that's a thing that you guys want. Okay, so we've got evasion stacked on our Shadowhawk still, so we'll reserve. They've left the spider alone, which is honestly a really good thing, because it's going to, I mean, if it's going the way that I feel it's going, it's going to play out to our advantage later. Here's everyone shooting at the Wolverine again. Don't know why Behemoth is such a popular target, but that's okay. Vulcan got hit by a couple stray shots. Alright, Behemoth. Mostly we're looking for a kill shot on this commando. It's in a bad way no matter what. So what I think I'll do is I will jump us, trying to jump us without jumping us out of line of sight of our target. But this way we're going to be in LOS of everyone, so whatever. We'll just do our coolant vent now. And a precision strike. Kill shot, okay. Hostile removed. Oh, it's a Griffin, right? Or did I just catch a glimpse of the Phoenix Hawk in a sort of weird way? I'm probably insane. No, it's a Griffin. Sure enough. That's what's shooting the LRM-5. Don't know how many more hits like that the Vulcan can take. They're pretty frail mechs. So the Griffin is standing still pretty much. Let's reserve one more team. But so is this Spider. And this early, you're pretty much just looking to minimize the number of threats rather than deal lots of damage. I'm sure someone in the comments are saying, aren't those the same thing? Oh, it's a Kataro. Ooh. Scary. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna be awful. Oof. Oof, my friend. Well, they're shooting at the spider as well, so let's kill the spider. The reason why you want to just minimize... So the difference is, so here we've got a decent shot on the spider and we'll probably kill it this turn, which is what we want. Where it's like we could start dealing damage to some of these other mechs that don't have like all of this all these defensive bonuses or whatnot. Um, but since your opponents have, uh, well, basically, especially if you're fighting a large force or a larger force, your mobility and evasion is your best ally. The enemy's forces, if they are both bigger and more mobile than you stand no chance. There's no way you're gonna uh, be able to maneuver to even to get anything done. And so minimizing their ability to take evasion away from us is what we're looking to do here. Can I walk up to him and punch him? Because the Shadowhawk has been largely ignored, and so let's punish them for that. It looks like hitting them on this side would be better, but I really don't want to show my back until boom, till later. So that wasn't really like a walk up and punch him kind of situation. I did a DFA by accident, like the last DFA I did. I also did by accident. So I hope at the very least you guys got a kick out of that. This Griffin is the one who's exposed, so we're probably going to try and position ourselves to get a shot in on him. Still got heat to build up. Were my lasers turned off, or were the lasers out of range? That was weird. Could have been that they were out of range, but I thought I was firing everything at him. And this Vulcan has got to get out of dodge, or it's going to have a bad time. It's a rough mech to have in its weight class. I'll be the first to say it. I think to try and help these guys out, we're going to keep being aggressive. I mean, a Kentaro Alpha Strike to our rear armor would be GG. But this Vulcan is gonna die unless we step in and try and save it. Unless the Vulcan for some reason decides to press the attack, which would be absolutely insane. Nice shooting, Mr. Blackjack. Ooh, and he had bullets to spare. Bullets to spare? Wow. What a gamble, and it paid off. Yeah, see, I can pretty much do whatever I want because all they want is this Vulcan booty. The Kentaro still has its play though, so we're gonna see what it does. We have nothing to punish right now. Um, it looks like we could do flank attacks on the Griffin. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reserve and let them move. I don't think there are any plays we could. I'd like to save this Vulcan, but I don't think there are any plays that are strategically viable at this point that could somehow save it more than we're trying to save it already. Vulcan is gonna press for some reason. Okay, what's the Phoenix Hawk doing? Attacking the spider. Okay, that's great news because that spider has been largely ignored and it had evasion built. Trebuchet, please don't cook yourself. You've got so much to live for. Alpha Strike, great. Okay. Yeah. Getting pretty toasty in there, huh? Putting it all into the spider. Spider still has its evasion. Pretty much saved its life there. And then the trebuchet hadn't been hit at all. But okay. So I can pretty much read the writing on the wall that they're going for a Griffin knockdown. And it's easy enough for the Wolverine to assist with that. I'm going to jump over here. We're going to angle a bit like this. And then we're going to turn our guns off. Oh, that was a head hit. So this is going to be double injury to the pilot. Okay. So it might be selfish, but we're going to leave that Griffin down since pilot stacked 2 damage and we're going for salvage anyway. So let's leave him down and shoot at one of these kids. Okay, glitch. This is the spider doing this melee attack? Okay. I guess evasion-wise it wasn't the worst play ever. I think we're going to reserve. I mean, we could really give this Kentaro something to worry about, but it wants to box. Look at its heat situation. But I guess if it did turn around and box with us, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Let's do it. They're having fun stomping on this Griffin. Phoenix Hawk is really the only one left to do things, and it made a good pick. That looked like a hard hit. Vulcan is holding together though. Pull around like this. We'll do our coolant vent now. It's a little early, but it's not the end of the world. We're getting some decent hits in. What's the trebuchet gonna do? Another alpha strike? Okay. Did you shut yourself down? I can hear the alarm blaring. Here comes the Kentaro. Geez, how's that not breaking? Like, I can barely believe it. Let's see, Behemoth is still over here, and Glitch is over here. Looks like we're gonna need to wait until the Griffin makes their play. Or dies. They're trying so hard to do big plays. Punching the Vulcan would probably be the best play. Oh, shoot the Kentaro? Okay, great, yeah. Barely damaged, but whatever. Just reserve once more. Okay. No, I want a multi, please. Behemoth. Doesn't really look like there's a wrong answer here, does it? Punch the Kentaro in the face sounds like fun. Ooh, flying jump kick? Hiya! Spider. Stuff on the Griffin is gonna start breaking. It looks like we can do punches either way. Boy, he is just held together by baling wire. I say we ignore that Griffin for now, because no matter what we do, bad stuff is going to happen to it. Cutting the salvage party a little short, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, you're back to life, eh? Here's the Griffin making his last valiant play. Point blank alpha strike with an LRM. Okay. I think we're gonna do this. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna shoot him with one laser and he's just gonna chain reaction and explode into a million pieces. Yay! We did it right. That's how close that pilot was to dying. But he was like, I'm sure when they pulled him out of there, it was just uh, like the image of crushed raspberries. Okay, well, I hope you feel good about yourself. Where's Behemoth? Because I'm pretty sure this guy's behind is in bad shape. It is. Time to die. Oh, is that only the SRM-6? Boy, I am the biggest noob on the planet. I was very proud of that flank attack. Now we just gotta kill you the old-fashioned way. Sorry that that's boring. Mm. Alright, but lots of dancing around, lots of posturing, but not much to it. And we saved everyone. No one died. Let's see. We only need 2 pieces of this Griffin. What else have we got? Probably going to be looking just to finish mechs for now. So that's a finished Commando, that's a finished Flea, and this is a finished Griffin, is what it looks like. And then we'll see what we get from the rest of that. Commando Flea, we got the entire Griffin and a chunk of Javelin. Okay. Beat sawing the arm off the Griffin to only take 2/3 of it. So it looks like we're 2 for 2 on DFA kills, and 2 for 2 on DFA accidentals. So, greatest commander ever is what I would say. I don't think there's too much housekeeping to do other than we're gonna take this. I'd like to read this thing on the targeting baffle. Just +1 hit defense. Okay. I mean, that's great though. That's just fine. Okay. Into the box with you. This Griffin has quite a few laser hardpoints. I think it's all on this hand. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I mean, 4 medium lasers wouldn't be bad. It's just that thing that I always tell you guys about, where it's like that arm falls off. That's it. Game over, man. Game over. Got a teeny tiny firepower boost. A little bit of a durability boost. Let's look at SRM 4s. Weigh 2 tons. This thing seems like it's sinking a lot of heat. I don't know, an Alpha Strike. Well, that's an Alpha Strike also firing the LRM-5. But if you can't tell, we're looking at kind of a cavalry mech here. Total of 70 damage. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if, for some reason, we could dump everything into that arm. It would be pretty silly. We'll just look at it for a second. We'll see exactly how silly it is. We'll just make like frickin' One Punch Man the mech. So here it is. I mean, it still says we're doing fine on firepower. would probably be fine. What is our Alpha Strike? Max damage 140. And that's true. That's what it is. I could have looked at that for like 1 second and actually done my math like a good child. So the most important thing that this thing is packing are heat sinks. Do something like that. This extra little bit of tonnage. We could turn it into another heatsink. We could shed a jump jet and turn it into a heatsink would probably be better, but it's not a great plan because we're with something like this, you need all of your jump jets because we're just going to be closing all the time. So I think what we'll do is we'll just slap another heatsink on this far torso and we'll take some rear armor off. There you go. No, that's probably right. That's probably what we're looking at here. 6 days. It's not even very long. We'll put it into the schedule. Who knows if we'll even end up using it? But we do have a shortage of skirmishers or cavalry mechs. Okay. Backyard barbecue. Ambush convoy. Show the flag. An escort. Okay. We'll do this one first because it seems pretty easy. So she's going to be a part of the lance. I can't tell what Griffin. It's a 1S, so it's similar to the one that we were just looking at. The one that died by having the pilot get the shit beat out of her. She's pretty bad too. Gunnery of 1. Okay, so let's get Teehashee in one of these Shadowhawks. And I'd say let's drop a fire support mech. Or could we do a big brain play and have everyone be jump capable? Also might be smart for this. Something like this is probably right. My only concern is not being able to sink Glitch's heat, but because it's always the question, is sinking heat more useful or is breaching shot more useful? And it's probably going to be sinking heat if we're being honest with ourselves. She's a slightly better pilot than Decker still, though, so I think we'll stick with her and we'll eat the mistake. Y'all can laugh at me if it was a fuck up. Kind of a shame that she joins our lance rather than adding one mech. Because it basically means we're down to a lance of 3 plus someone who doesn't know what they're doing. How do I tell if my radio is working? Screaming into it seems to get you somewhere. Don't worry, VIP. You're going to get plenty of action, especially since I can control you. I am in your head. You've got a large laser and an LRM-5. I know exactly what I'm going to do with you. So don't you worry. This is me actually talking to her, by the way. Role playing. 40 tons. Bring it on, boys. And girls, most likely. This is a 5. It's like the proper Vulcan, or the Vulcan that's not terrible. Interesting. So they have heavier mechs than that? No, that's a 20 tonner. No. Okay. That Vulcan is not guarded at all, which makes me kind of want to shoot at it. Rather than sensor lock it. Our shot's not terrible. We'll take it. I think we'll do our shot with the VIP next because she has the least to lose by taking the shot. Okay. Might have even been best to open with her, but that's okay. Need you to jump, Behemoth, thank you. Headshot. Too early to make decisions though about salvage. Okay. Enemy support units are coming, so we're going to rotate the other way around this sort of peninsula here. We pretty much zoned out this light mech, whatever it is. We're free to focus on. We don't need to play defensively. It's really it's just time to be aggressive and get our shots in. We have a precision strike as well. There we go. Alright, dead pilot. Nice. So the problem is I don't know if we can even see this light mech. Maybe on a sprint? No, it's gonna be next turn before anything happens with them. I guess it's not the worst thing because we've got a little bit of heat to sink. Yeah. Too bad they portrayed the this VIP as totally clueless, yet give us complete control of her brain. It would have been a little bit better canon-wise. Here they come. Another restoration lance. I think she's confused because we're not. These gotta be Taurians. Because she says, I've got eyes on another restoration lance, and then I repeat a fresh wave of hostiles. These are Taurians. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We're gonna make this guy feel bad about bringing a locust. Ooh, we can commit to a normal melee attack. I was considering a DFA, but the miss doesn't really matter because it's the same with the small laser. It's the same as a target lock. Or very similar. They must have been moving in there. Here, we're going to use her on the proper turn. Nice shooting. Surprised that didn't kill the pilot outright. Locust, not known for their armor. I need you to jump like this. Oh, like barely, maybe like one missile hit it in the head or something. Oh, there's no line of sight here. Oh no, what a digital dummy. Sorry, fam. That was a bad play. I was gonna shoot at the butt. Making a fight with a locust last way longer than it needs to. Nice shooting, Commander. That must be a Locust 1M shooting. Well, I'm a little confused by that. They all have LRMs? Are they all Locust 1Ms? Or Ms, whatever they are. Cannon fodder locusts. Alright, I'm gonna do this properly this time. I promise. I promise I'll do this properly. just precision strike for center of mass, because I'm tired of fighting this locust. There we go. So it looks like we're clear to evac, but we have no real need to. Go ahead and sprint to the top of the hill, or maybe a jump is better. It looks like a jump is better. Alright, they actually have to scout us out. Does not look like that is their plan, whatever their plan is. But I have a scout. Let's reserve once more. Sorry, we're taking a second to waste their movement. Okay. Locust 1M, Locust 1M. Well, we called that properly. Looks like the one thing that doesn't have any evasion is the javelin, though. Still didn't have a very good shot on him for some reason. Alright. Not really worried about our VIP right now. Now that they have shots, it looks like they're content to stand still. The funny thing is this next turn, I'll switch targets and I'll wipe those locusts out. It's very impressive. Okay. I think we'll get our VIP to make this play. Can give her precision to help her accuracy a little bit. There we go. Beautiful shot. Gotcha. Decent enough shooting. That would have been a hard shot to make. Sorry, I gotta figure out the shot a little bit. There we go. And then Shadowhawk. I'm coming for you. We'll see if we can't end it right here. Nope, because it's the commander, and the commander can't shoot. But he can box. Alright, we got it. Looks like we'll have to wrap this one a little bit early. We're planning on finishing Panzer today, and we've still got plenty of missions to do. So, I'll do my housekeeping and pick this up next time. Finished a javelin. Oh, and we've got the entire Vulcan. Well, let's pull that Vulcan out of there and take a look at it. Mm-hmm. Look at the hard points that thing has on it. I had no idea. Maybe it's not as... Maybe just the standard model is bad and its hard points are actually good. Oh, she's... Okay. Looks like that's that for now. Catch you guys next time.